welcome to Chop It Up for the very first time here in the year of our Lord and Savior 2022.
That's it.
If you are on this side of 2022, welcome to hopefully what is a better year than we've had these past 2 years. But if Antonio Brown is any indicator, I don't know. All right, so my name is Kevin here in Phoenix. I'm going to let my guys introduce themselves, and then we're going to jump into today's episode.
Tari Watkins, Oklahoma City. This is my public service announcement. I will not stop. I will keep giving them. If somebody still has their Christmas tree up, let them be. If they like to have it up, it's okay. It is fine. You know why I'm saying that? Because I'm one of them folks. Y'all leave me alone. I spend all that time putting up Christmas decorations. If I want them up, I want them up. They make me happy. If I want to keep them up to MLK Day, guess what? I'll do it. It's my tree. I like Christmas. Y'all leave me alone.
That's
love y'all.
Introduction.
Love y'all.
Hi. Y'all notice the man just overshadows every time he goes first. I'm noticing this, but I love it. But Tori, I'm gonna let you know right now. First of all, this is Darian from Tulsa, Oklahoma. As always, happy to be here. But I must say,
What do I do now?
I must say, if I find out your Christmas tree is still up in February, I'm coming for you.
I'll leave the door before you.
Yeah, okay. Okay. And trust me, I remember.
No, it probably won't be. It will not be up.
Listen,
that's only happened once, and that was the year Amy passed. Because at that point, I just didn't care.
Yeah.
So
that's acceptable. But I know people who've had their tree up literally till like July.
No, I'm not doing that.
No.
I was like,
no, I'm not one of them.
You might as well leave it up.
Right?
You might as well just leave it up.
Half the year's gone at that point. Just leave it up.
Right.
Yeah. Just leave it up. No, I'm not one of them, bro. I'm not one of them.
So I wanted to, as we jump into today's episode, I wanted to thank you guys for being a friend. We've traveled down the road and back again. You all's heart, it's true. You guys are pals and confidants. And I'm not ashamed to say, I hope it'll always stay this way. My hat is off to you. Won't you stand up and take a bow? And if you threw a party, invited everyone you knew, well, you'll see the biggest gift would be from me. And the card attached will say, thank you for being a friend. All right.
I would pour this out, but I don't want to get my carpet dirty.
So this episode is, we were off for the last, week for Christmas, New Year's.
Yep.
So this one is, as we have kind of put it, what did I miss? And one of the things that I think everybody was pulling for her to make it to 100.
Oh, man.
And I think, Darian, you said 99 and a half just won't do.
That was Tori.
Oh, that was Tori. 99 and a half just won't do.
Kyle Walker.
I was like, dude, you flirting with them flames with that one.
Hey, I'm not taking credit for that one. I saw a meme about that like that same day, so I'm not taking credit. Hey, I will say this though. Somebody posted something that she lived through how many leap years? Like 47, 44, whatever. Mm-hmm. So she technically had 40 something extra days. She 100.
She's technically 100.
She 100.
Well, 25 extra. Be 25.
Oh, it's 7, not 4. So 25 extra. Yeah. So she good. She made it. 100. I'm giving her those days.
Yeah.
I'm giving her those days.
So Mother Betty White has passed and gone on.
That is still, all the magazines, she's on the covers, articles, people. And I wonder if the stress of it all, kind of helped push that whole thing over the top. I hope not. You know what I mean? But
the stress of what?
All the interviews, all of the hoopla.
Oh,
we're talking multiple magazines, multiple media outlet, all and they hit newsstands way before her birthday.
Right.
They did. Yeah.
So we'll never know, but 99, man, and looking as good as she did, seeming as good in health as she was,
I'm saying a young Betty White though.
I know, right?
Just saying.
know, right? I know, right?
Nah,
Yeah.
I would have gotten lynched back then, but
Yeah,
hey, just saying.
quickly.
Hey, but speaking of the stress and all the hoopla, and it's weird that it happened this way because I remember like a week before John Madden's thing released, I'm like, man, and I had this feeling he may pass soon. I'm like, and I just said, at least just let him be able to watch it because I thought of Ray Charles and all these other people that had movies and they didn't get to see any of it because they were gone. And bro, like what, 2 days later?
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, what?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was crazy. That was crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we had John Madden pass away also. Great coach. This generation knows him strictly as the guy for Madden NFL,
The video
on
game. That's it.
PlayStation and Xbox.
Yes.
But yeah, they need to look into his history and figure out why they chose him.
Right.
Yes.
Out of all of the classic commentators and coaches and just football icons that they could have chosen, they chose John Madden and it fit.
Yeah. Did y'all watch the special?
I didn't.
Me neither. Didn't know there was one.
Well, yeah, it was on Fox, and it aired that Sunday night. No, excuse me, it aired Christmas Day.
Okay.
But they FS1 did a few replays of it because I missed it on Christmas Day. They were showing it during like the football games, and I watched FS1 like with Skip and Shannon and all them. So I knew that was coming up, but it was really good. It was. I mean, a lot of stuff I remember because I'm just old. But the Thanksgiving games alone, the turducken. I mean, there's a dude. It's his business. He created the turducken, and when that happened on that Thanksgiving Day, I mean, it's blown up. I mean, the turkey legs on Thanksgiving. I mean, yeah, dude never riding in a plane anymore. Took a bus everywhere. That's why he never went to the Pro Bowl as a commentator because he didn't fly. I mean, all the stuff I remember, but just seeing it all together as one, it was pretty awesome, to be honest. It was good stuff.
Yeah.
And nobody's going to commentate like he did.
No,
I mean, nobody.
I forgot he wouldn't ride in the plane.
He had the Madden bus. Yeah. The Madden Cruiser. Yep.
Yeah. And I think he made, who else uses those now? College Game Day.
College Game Day does. Yeah.
There's isn't there
There's
someone
quite a
else that
few.
does? Yeah.
There's
And
I
I think that idea had to spawn from him.
Yeah, he was the only one doing it.
Yeah, right.
I mean, the crazy thing was when they had that special, and you think about the time that it was. You're talking about 80s, 90s. They would literally find what truck stop they would be at, and then fax the game information there. I mean, think about that. They would have to find out where they were and fax that stuff there. It could be a truck stop. It could have been a hotel.
That is crazy because there was no cell phones.
Cell phones, no computers like that you could use. But because of who he was, they made that stuff happen. I mean, that shows you how monumental this man was. I mean, they wouldn't do that for any just regular Joe Blow, but
no.
But I remember when Fox got football. I remember that. We're like,
I remember
Fox
that too.
Was gonna have football.
I remember
the
that
Simpsons too. People and
everybody was like, Fox.
We're like, man, this is gonna be terrible. And look at him now.
Right.
Well, because also if you think about it, like you said, they wouldn't have done it for anybody else, and the fact that he commanded that respect,
he did,
and that opportunity, Bob Costas wasn't going to get that. Al Michaels not going to get that.
Well, right? Bob Costas was too young at that point. He was still green and new. So no, Bob Costas wasn't going to get it because he was still a newbie.
All of these, and I think even if if we look at today, just like there are game changers on the playing side of sports, he was a game changer just for the entire sport of football.
Yes, he
was.
As
a coach, as a commentator, as an icon, as a brand. He was a game changer for the NFL.
Literally game changer. Literally.
Period.
And I think that's what also garnered the respect. He wasn't he was great in every arena that he was introduced to, as a player, as a coach, as a commentator. His word was respected, what you said goes. So yeah, I can definitely see why they would do that. And anyone that they would pair with John was destined. If you could last, you were destined to wind up having that, that level of, for lack of a better term, star status rub off on you.
Yeah.
Well, I think when he went to Fox, he was Pat Summerall was already a big name anyway, correct?
Yes.
If I'm not mistaken, because he was the original was at CBS,
right?
And then they got pulled by Fox, and that was like the big coup. That was like a free agent hire, or a free agent pickup. It rocked the waters, and it was over after that.
Well, I think Fox knew if we're going to be taken seriously, we've got to get the best.
Then that's what it said in that documentary. They said that we had to swing for the fences.
Yeah. Or it wasn't going to last.
Yeah, and he was an everyday Joe dude. I mean, even when he was on the sideline and unkept, he didn't care.
He didn't care, and I think that was the other thing
at all.
I think that's the other thing that everybody loved was that he didn't care. It's like whatever,
It's like I don't care. I think somebody said an unkept dish rag. What? First of all, what is that? I'm like, wow. Okay. And he sounds like this multi-million-dollar contract with Fox. I'm like, okay, y'all leave the man alone. But you talk about someone being respected across the board. It's phenomenal.
Yeah. Is there anyone today that could command that same respect?
No.
Same level?
No.
I should say.
No.
I mean, you've got a lot of commentators out there that are good, but not commanding that type of respect. I mean, there's so many people that like Joe Buck, but there's a whole lot of people that hate Joe Buck.
Right.
I mean anyone in the NFL at any level in any position.
We can expand that even further. Any sport. There is no one in any sport.
Maybe Marv. I mean, maybe Marv Albert. Maybe. I mean, if you're talking about being close, who's the guy that died of cancer? TNT or TBS? Did the basketball games.
I know you're talking
with the
about
Jackets and
he's not dead yet, but
I thought he passed.
Isn't he? No, I'm thinking about Bobby Dick Vitale. You're right.
No. I'm talking about NBA.
I know who you're talking about. I forgot. Yes.
Yeah. God, I forgot it. I forgot his name.
But I know who you're talking about. Yeah.
But he wasn't. I mean, he was iconic for that
Stuart
arena.
Scott?
No, not Stuart Scott. White guy.
Oh. I know you're talking about the older guy with the jackets. All the suits and
Yes.
He definitely, he had that kind of love. He had that Madden level of love.
He did in the NBA. Yes, he did. Yes.
Yeah, he did.
Craig Sager. That's his
Craig Sager. That's it. Yes, he did.
He did.
I mean, I didn't hear anything. Nobody. I mean, everybody. Mad love, mad respect. I mean,
from top to bottom.
Oh, top to bottom. Loved him. Wanted to see him after the game. I mean, yeah, man. It was. He's the only one that I can think of right now that even got close to what Madden had as far as respect.
Well, I think now that I think about it, you've got Craig Sager for the NBA. You have Dick Vitale for college basketball.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because Dick Vitale.
I get that, but you still see some animosity for Dick Vitale. Not animosity, but people just, I'm tired of hearing. You didn't hear that with Madden. You didn't hear anybody say, I'm tired of hearing about John Madden. You didn't hear anybody say, I'm tired of hearing from Craig Sager. Nobody said that. Vitale? Yeah,
they did say that.
Yeah.
That voice.
Yeah.
Yeah. And the same thing with Tony Romo. Of course, he's young. I'm not saying he's going to be a Madden, but I mean, the way he came on the scene and like, why is this dude not being hired as an offensive coordinator? He's literally calling almost every single play.
That's the stuff that's scary about him.
Yes.
Like, he can tell you exactly what's going to happen next.
It happens.
And you're like...
and here's the thing. It's not just by circumstance. It's happened so many times that it's not luck.
What's really funny is the way he reacts. When they notice it, he's like, I know. Oh, wow, I know.
Yeah, he
cracks me up.
Bro, you don't know you're doing this? Seriously?
He's just saying it. It's like, okay, so, he looks at the circumstances. The next best thing would be XYZ. And then they go run that. Like,
to the T.
Yeah. It's like, no, dude, you got to feed into somebody's screen. Somebody,
in his ears, got a little implant.
yeah, man, you guys have hacked someone's headphone system.
Nobody can be this accurate. Nobody. Yeah,
he kills it year after year after year.
And I like listening to him. To be honest, I do.
Mm-hmm.
It's interesting that you would say that, though. I don't know if anybody's even thought that far as to making him a coordinator. I wonder if he would even take it.
He won't. I wouldn't. Would you? He's got his dream. He's got a dream job right now. He and who's the person he's paired with? They do the major CBS games, just like Troy and Buck do the major Fox games. And
Howard Cosell.
Well, yeah, when he was sober, when he wasn't drinking.
Cosell?
Oh, dude, Cosell was a drunk, bro. You didn't know that?
No, not that. Cosell got love regardless.
Oh, that's true. He did. Yes, he did. And everybody, honestly,
matter of fact, I would put Cosell over Madden when it came to respect.
Everybody loved Cosell, bro.
Cosell could go into any sport and speak to anybody, and everyone stopped
basketball
and listened.
That's true. You know what?
That's true.
He's probably the one.
Yeah, he did span the sports.
All of them.
Cosell is not good because he spanned every sport. Every sport he had something to say.
He touched
and he had to respect.
The Olympics. I mean,
just whatever he decided to commentate or wherever they sent him.
If there was a league,
because I mean, think about it with him and Ali.
Oh yeah,
there's no one that could have really gone toe to toe with Ali,
and he did
the way that they did.
And they have mad respect for each other.
Mad respect.
And you know how hard it is to get mad respect from Muhammad Ali at that point? When you couldn't tell him anything, you couldn't tell him nothing.
Couldn't tell him nothing.
But when it came to Cosell, though, good job, Morris. Good job, Morris. Yeah.
We're going to get Morris on here one of these days. I knew he was going to throw a zinger.
Man, we keep telling him to come on, but he won't come on.
Who's is it College Game Day? Who's the commentator that they have in the corner? The Bear? Is that what he's called?
Oh, I like him. Yeah.
Is that what that's who Morris is to us.
Yes. The one that has the numbers and stuff. And
yes, and gives the spreads and all of that stuff. Yeah, that's Morris. Morris will pull out that information we ain't quite got. He'll just throw it out there.
He just lobs it in there, sits back and watches. They do it this.
Elbowing his wife, talking about, watch this, baby. Watch this.
Hey, baby, hold my coffee.
Hold on. Watch this. Nothing but love for Morris. But
exactly.
I'm gonna hit you up, Morris. Since you are here all the time. Listen, next week I'll send you an invite.
Let's do it, Morris.
Message me your email address, and I'll include you if you can make it on. Make it on.
Let's do it,
and I'll just have you there.
Good guy, yeah. If you guys haven't seen him, nothing but love, brother. Hey. Nothing but love. I've known Morris. I don't know if I told y'all this already. I've known Morris. Man, we actually were roommates for a minute.
Oh wow.
Yeah, we were roommates for a little bit.
College?
Morris was still in high school. I'm not gonna give him his whole story or his whole testimony. Morris.
We need some stories then, bro.
Yeah, and Morris grew up, man, and really took on the role of a man very early. Seriously, very, very early. And he has, we lost contact for a number of years, but now that I've caught up with him and I see where he's at and what he's doing, the brothers, he's solid. So yeah, nothing but love for Morris. Nothing but love.
Love it.
All right. So, and then on Sunday, while I was in church trying to pay attention, trying to be trying to get the my phone is blowing up because,
bro,
first of all, HuffPost, ESPN are all going crazy.
Everybody.
And then YouTube
CNN, BBC
in our
News,
chat.
PBS.
Everybody, dude. Antonio Brown.
Oh, yeah.
So for those that may not know, and I don't know who that might be, who does not know.
What rock do you live under right now?
But basically in the third quarter of the game on Sunday, something happened on the sideline.
He wouldn't go back to the game. He wouldn't go back in the game. From what they said, coach kept telling him to go back into the game, Bruce Arians, and he would not go back into the game. So Bruce Arians said, well, you need to go.
Well, you might as well, if you're not going to go in the game, you can just get out of here. And
so He got out of there.
He's like, all right. And then eventually basically tried to get the police to give him a ride to the airport. They're like, nah, bro.
What?
Yeah. He tried to get the state troopers because at first they thought he was just somebody who ran onto the field at first. Right. You know, a half-naked black man just happened to run out onto the field. So they thought he might have just been someone who ran. Those who didn't see him just saw him.
Like,
and then
if that ain't a case of they all look alike.
Okay. Hey, well, ask Reggie Miller. I mean, he was about to get pepper sprayed or maced by the cop. I'm like, bro, how do you know who Reggie Miller is, man?
Didn't know and didn't care.
With them ears and those teeth, come on, brother. You know who that is.
Nope, and didn't care.
Did not care.
My favorite Ferengi, Reggie Miller.
Your favorite who?
Ferengi from Star Trek.
Oh my, bro, that's cold. Ruthless. That is cold, Kev.
He is cold. Kev is cold, man.
That is, bro. I can't.
Let's get back to Antonio. We can go on with the
Ferengi
in a minute.
Antonio Brown, basically, after getting back into the locker room and everything, getting his clothes, his dress shoes, his wallet, and everything, gets an Uber. And so there's a picture of him standing outside of the stadium waiting for his Uber.
Oh, that's messed up.
There's even a video from the Uber driver who's like, hey, shows the picture, and there's Antonio sitting in the back there chilling. And then he was at a basketball game last night. So
chilling.
So the question is, because there's both sides are saying saying things that it's two halves of the same truth, right? So you have basically for Antonio, he was out up until Saturday with ankle problems, right? He had the ankle injury. So there's the question or the thought of, and he's been kind of silent on it, which actually is kind of surprising. But there's the thought of maybe his injury was not completely healed and he did not want to risk it going back in.
Right.
Other folks have talked about how there's still about $1 million that he could have made between this game and I think they got one more game.
Right.
$1 million in bonuses that he very likely could have gotten had he
was close
9 catches.
He was close to it. Yeah.
9 catches, 50 yards.
Yep. Yeah. That's it.
And another touchdown. I think it was because it was 3 things. It was like catches, yards, and
a touchdown, I believe it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, but but if that's the case, why? Okay, if that scenario doesn't work for me, because he would have gotten into the game. If the coach says get in the game, he would have gone in. I mean, so if that was the scenario, coach wouldn't be asking you or telling you to get back into the game if they were trying to keep him from getting paid.
Yeah, so I don't think
it's that one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's interesting. The question is Antonio Brown done in the league?
You want my honest answer?
Yeah. We keep it a buck here.
Probably not. It's probably not. Somebody's going to be desperate enough to pick him up.
No, he'll get picked up.
Somebody will pick him up. And probably, you know what? It'll be Jerry Jones and I'll be pissed. But that's
no,
just the way
it won't.
Jerry Jones
No.
I'm not saying I want it.
No. I don't think Jerry Jones would actually do that. As controversy and news hungry as Jones can be, he also does not like disruption to his plan.
So how would Antonio Brown be a disruption to his plan?
Like he's a disruption. Pick a team he's played for.
Gallup is out for the rest of the year with an ACL. So we're down a receiver.
Okay.
I'm not.
If you got a guy that's not volatile.
It's not out of the realm of possibility. I'm just saying it is not out of the dude. We've brought in dudes.
He could have had him already.
Dude, dudes that got arrested for like domestic violence and all this other. He's picked up worse. I mean, seriously, think about it.
Worse, but consistent.
Right. I think there's a difference in this one. I think there's a difference because I immediately thought about, okay, well, T.O. was kind of disruptive, right?
Yes,
but not like this, though. Not like this.
Right.
Exactly.
So like T.O. was disruptive, but not to this level.
I don't even count T.O. in that one.
So I think that Dallas and Jerry Jones is not, because Jerry Jones strikes me as the owner who, can I just say this?
We're not stopping you.
Get in line, boy.
Yeah.
Oh, you're not wrong.
That's my impression of Jerry Jones, right?
You're not wrong.
So I don't know that Antonio Brown is a little too volatile. Not
good word.
maybe the right word.
He's not controllable.
He's combustible, right? He
is to an extent. Because I'm really surprised that he lasted this long in Tampa Bay.
But did that have more to do with
almost 2 seasons? But
did that have more to do with Tom Brady?
That's what I was going to say. More so with Brady than anything else.
Yeah.
Yes.
And then everything to do with Brady.
They took him in, right? Like, did
he
stay with them for a little?
Yeah, he stayed with him. Stayed with him during that first summer.
Yeah. Because again, nobody wanted to touch him after Oakland.
Can you
right?
blame them?
Was it Oakland? I thought it was the Patriots.
No, after the Patriots. He went
from Oakland to the Patriots.
To Oakland Raiders. The Oakland Raiders kicked him because he called the owner a cracker, which was stupid. And then he went from there to the Patriots.
So one of the things that's funny to me is when it comes to mental illness is not funny. Let me fix that.
There you go. It's not funny. Yeah, right.
Don't send me no emails. Send them to Kevin.
Yeah, stay off my boy. Y'all know what he meant. Y'all know what he meant. I got your back, dude.
Kevin, bring it.
I got your back, bro.
No, but it's not funny. My point though is what's very interesting about the collective consciousness of society when it comes to mental illness is that if there's ever a period of time where someone is acting as though they're in willful control, that they're not having some type of mental episode. And the reality is, I'm sorry, I'm convinced that dude has some serious mental issues that are undiagnosed. And to me, he has the same type of I'm trying to think that sporadic behavior. Only his is more violent.
It is. It's more up and down. It's more the fuse
goes back and forth, the pendulums.
It moves quickly. I mean, it moves quickly. So there, we texted about this earlier, and we had everybody. We just don't talk here. We do text and stuff.
We are actually friends outside of this.
Yeah. Exactly. We actually kind of like each other. You know
right.
What I mean?
Right. We are not paid actors.
Yeah.
Don't try this at home.
If you want to pay us to act, we can do that too.
Oh, we can do that for real. That'll happen. But
sponsored by.
Right. I don't even have anything right now. Oh, hold on.
Listen,
Blistex. No, but so yeah, you
AD's favorite cocoa butter.
Oh, hey man, that Palmer's is legit, bro. I'm not gonna lie. That's the real stuff right there. Anyway, as we digress, I said, look, man, I don't know if it's a mental illness or not. And then I went to the whole, narcissistic thing, like that's a mental illness. I'm like, okay, yeah. But I was thinking about it yesterday, and I was thinking about it today. I would not be shocked at all if this is CTE, bro, because after he has not been the same after that Vontaze Burfict hit in 2015.
Yep,
he was not like this before then. And I really do believe that this very well may be the main culprit, because that hit was vicious in that playoff game. I think it was back in 2015, 2016. It was vicious.
Yeah.
And he has not been the same since then. And this very well could be the effect. I mean, okay, let's think of how long has Antonio Brown been playing football? Since he was a kid? Small, the Pee-wee leagues, middle school, high school. Where did he go to? Where did he go to college? Does anybody know where he went to college? Because I don't know.
We can look.
Central Michigan.
And then he came to the pros. The boy sustained some hits.
Yeah,
we know that. I mean, even if you're on the O line or the defensive line, it happens. But that hit from Vontaze Burfict, one of the dirtiest players in the league at that point, dude, it was brutal. And we did not see anything like this from Antonio Brown until after that.
Yeah.
And I really think that hit changed his life, bro. Not in a good way. So
they've got to figure out a way to test for that
they're working on it. They're trying
to treat it.
Yeah,
they got to hurry because the problem is because he has been violent and violence typically is one of the main results.
And that
people are
pendulum
losing their
swing
lives. Man, it is completely unpredictable as to when that's going to hit.
Yeah,
and
the severity of which it will hit too.
Yes,
right.
And
that's scary.
Yeah, your comment through our text, Darren, made me think about that because, and I it made me step back and look at the big picture because I didn't want to be the old school dude. Well, he's just a knucklehead, and
it's a choice. That a lot of people are saying,
and that's what I started to say. But then when we had that conversation, I'm like, okay, hold on, let me step back, like I'm supposed to.
Yeah,
take a look, take the big picture, and then I thought about Devontae's perfect hit, and I was like, hold up, when was that? So I looked it up. 2015 playoffs. I was like, ooh, I'm like, okay. And what started happening soon after that with the Steelers? Bro, I really do think it has to do something with head injuries. And I can't just, you can't just chalk it up to he's being a knucklehead or he's being selfish or he's being narcissistic. So I thank you, Darren, for making me think that way because I was heading in that direction of the old dude in the barbershop and said, somebody need to go and whip his tail because he ain't acting right. That I was headed that way.
No, I get that.
But I had to step back and take a look at the big picture and realize that it's most likely not that.
Right. But the other challenge is he's so talented.
He's uber talented. And he's short. Bro, I did not realize how short he was until last year.
5'10"?
He's shorter than that, isn't he?
Well, that's what they got him listed.
Yeah, that brother like 5'10".
He 5'9" with heels on, bro. That brother's short.
But his hands. Talented. He is very talented. He's very, very talented and super fast. So that makes people overlook. We can easily spin into a whole bunch of examples of this where it makes people overlook your deficiencies in the places where you are screaming for help.
He needs it bad, bro. This is even probably worse. Who was the dude that went from team to team and had the addiction issue? Even the Patriots gave him a chance. Receiver. God, what's his name? Was with Cleveland. He was with Patriots. God, I forgot his name. Yeah, it was a receiver. He was just in the news not too long ago. I forgot his name. Had a drug addiction.
Vincent Jackson.
That shrunk it down.
No, not Vincent Jackson. Not the one that was with the Eagles. Oh God, yeah, hey, Darren, I know that's shrunk it down. Yeah,
and he had an addiction.
He's a black guy that's a receiver. Yeah,
there we go. Josh Gordon.
That's it. Morris, see
the bear,
man.
Bear. Just calling him Bear from now on. Right. Bear.
Bear Jackson. That's what it is.
Bear Jackson. Bear Jackson comes through again.
Same thing with him. It was his talent. The dude was incredibly talented as a receiver, but he's got issues, man. And he needed help, and he still needs help. And I look at Antonio. Now, the thing with Antonio Brown, if it is a head issue, a head issue from injuries, unfortunately, there may not be any convincing him to go get that help.
No,
that's my concern. Yeah. That's my concern is that he may not be convincible. He might even see that there is an issue. I mean, think of God, what's his name? Steve McNair, CTE. Shot himself in the chest.
Steve McNair?
No. Or did he get shot?
He got shot.
Who am I talking about?
No, his girl, his mistress had CTE. She took them both out.
He some other stuff too. Now here's the thing though.
I think about somebody.
Tampa Bay still has not cut Antonio Brown.
No, they haven't.
Despite what they've said.
They said they were discussing with the league to see what their options were. I'm like,
but that's my point.
Talent. They don't want to get rid of him.
That's my point. This dude on his worst day can get us a game. On his worst day, he can win us a game.
Because I guarantee you, it's not only a question of do we let him go, but do we risk him being picked up by somebody
who
we're going to face in a couple weeks?
Against. Exactly.
That
Here's
burns
the thing.
us.
And you know he'll spill the beans, bro. He ain't got no loyalty with them.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, they're gonna do this, and this. If Tom Brady do this, what? Oh yeah, bro. At that point, there's no loyalty.
Oh,
at
dude,
all.
he's probably doing that with everybody. Okay,
this is
so
what
the Steelers do this.
Right. The Raiders do this.
The Raiders do this.
The Patriots
do this.
Listen, Moore's coming through again. Listen,
that's
Moore.
who it was. Richard Dent.
Richard Dent.
Thank you, Morris. Boy, see, you're only proving our point, Morris. You know that, right? You're only proving our point,
Jackson, man.
That means.
Come on and throw on the jacket, man. Come on the screen.
Hey, bro.
Come on
well, you can come in here with a tank top and flip flops on. I don't care, bro. You ain't got to throw a jacket on.
Oh. Quick shout out for anybody listening that's seen in his comments. He has also released. This is another reason why he needs to come on. He's also released his own, started his own podcast. So,
oh yeah, nice.
That's another reason why I'm like, dude, just come on. Just come on. Just come on.
Just stop kicking against the prick.
Obey the word of the Lord.
And just
the Lord speak to you. Come on in.
Junior Seau, that's the other person. Junior Seau also did it too.
Okay. Oh wow.
Yeah.
I forgot about Junior.
Yep, Junior Seau. Yep.
Man. Hey, yeah, man.
My powers only work off camera. That is not true. That is not true.
All right. Moore's got a reason. All right. Leave you alone for right now. Here's the problem. Morris will do a video. He drops videos every once in a while on social media. That's why I'm like, dude, try it again.
Right.
Say something else.
Next.
He'll be dropping just huge nuggets. I was in prayer today. And after he get done, you just like God just spoke to me. He just spoke to me.
Right.
So whatever, bro.
All right. So speaking of prayer and falling out, I do these transitions.
Dude, you a master.
That was smooth. I ain't gonna lie. I don't know what you about to say, but that was smooth. I'll give you credit for that one.
Bro, I know exactly where you're going.
I sent it to you probably about an hour before the show, but there's a video floating around of Prophet Brian Karn,
our favorite,
doing a prayer line, basically. And he's going down, laying hands, and people are falling. Oh my God. He gets to one young lady.
Oh, is this when he kicked her? Is that the one?
He didn't kick her.
No, he called her out though.
Why you lock your knees? You came up here asking me to pray for you, but you lock your knees. You could have stayed back there. Why you come up here and you're gonna lock your knees if you don't want me to pray for you?
I don't know how the two have anything to do with each other.
They
but
don't.
Exactly. I'm gonna push you down.
Oh my God.
Have you ever been in a service where they push you down?
My goodness.
They've tried to. I'm a big boy.
Yeah.
So you have to push pretty hard. I'm like, bro, Now there's times when it happens and it's been legit.
And let it. My thing is, let it. What do you have to prove?
Right.
Yes.
Their bodies everywhere.
Listen, I will say
the worst.
I don't normally fall. If I've been forward, if I'm worship, whatever. But I remember, Darren, you might remember this. In Oklahoma, Cindy Trim. First time we had seen Cindy Trim came to Tulsa. Dr. Cindy Trim. That woman, looked at me, locked eyes with me, gave me a word, and reached her hand towards me. The next thing I knew, I'm getting up facing the back of the sanctuary.
Bro.
Like, what happened and how did it hit me that hard?
Bro.
That's legit.
Bro, that was Marilyn Hickey with me. She was at ORU at chapel one day. We went up for prayer, and I'm up on stage at the chapel at ORU. And towards the end, and she prayed, and I was like, okay, yeah, that was cool. And then I went to walk. She went, and she didn't touch me, bro. She went like that. The next thing I remember, there's people standing around because nobody caught me. I just fell because they were already down the line.
Bro.
I was like, and I went to my seat. I said, yo, what happened? They said, yo, she turned around and just looked at you and put her hand up and you went out. I said, shut up. They were like, bro, and you were down for like a good 3 minutes. That's why people were standing around you. Nobody caught you. I didn't feel a thing. I didn't feel a thing.
Yep.
And ripped my pants.
Wow.
Man, that's a whole nother story. But yeah,
that same Cindy Trim service, because we were there together, and basically all leadership was just coming through while she was on the stage. Man, if I can just take a second to set up the scenario,
go for it.
So Cindy, we have church, regular praise and worship, all that stuff, and then she comes in. When she hits the stage, I believe the musicians are playing, and it wasn't anything necessarily in particular that they were playing, but you could feel that there was a pretty heavy just presence of taste. Exactly.
We got tased by the Holy Spirit.
That's the second time that's happened. That's a whole nother story. But you're not wrong. I mean, you're not wrong. Bear.
Now she's dressed, right? She's dressed.
Yeah.
You could tell it's a designer suit. No big deal. But nothing flammable. My point is, she recognized the atmosphere and just laid on the out herself in front of or behind the podium. The podium, if I'm not mistaken, was clear. You can see her, and she literally stretched all the way out. Just don't touch her. And if I'm not mistaken, somebody went to go either cover or something, and her assistant knew, no, don't go near her. Leave her. She knows what she's doing.
She good.
Nope.
She's good. Leave her alone. So she stayed down there, honestly, at least to the point where it was uncomfortable.
Right.
It was uncomfortable to watch. It's like she's just stayed like, I don't care who up in here. Right. I ain't moving till God say move.
That's right.
So when she got up and she began to lay hands, that's what happened to Kevin. I remember she laid hands on my stomach. Now this is a little woman. She's what, 5'6"?
Yeah,
right.
She laid hands on my stomach, and I remember feeling like somebody came and just. I literally was like, ugh, and I went sliding across the stage, all the way into the chairs on the end. The next day, I had a muscle bruise as if somebody had actually punched me. Craziest thing I'd ever experienced. So I'm like, this hurts.
God,
I've never had that before. Like, this really hurts.
Right.
If I bent forward, it was sore. If I moved wrong, it was just like, what in the world? I'm like, I've got a bruised muscle.
So that proves the point. If God is working, locking your knees or not locking your knees is not going to
nothing
matter.
To do with it.
It's not going to matter.
Because I've seen people just go straight down.
Oh,
like a sack of potatoes, just whoop.
Dude. Bishop and Pastor Brenda on Wednesday nights they did their Bible studies for years. I mean, decades. And so it was a Wednesday night, and I don't know who this dude was because I was in high school. I have no idea who this dude was. Don't even remember his name to this day. But the spirit fell, and it was so thick that he would literally just tell people to stand up, and it was legit. But I'm like, what is going on? And it reminded me of the scripture when the kids were playing and all, because the lady beside me, real good friend of my mom and dad, she fell out. And the way stuff was happening, people were laughing left and right, and she fell out. I was crying, bro. He looked at me and just pointed, and I went out. I was like, what was that? And so I got up, and he looked at me, he says, keep laughing at the Holy Spirit. Bro, I didn't move the rest of the night. I just sat there and prayed. And my mama looked at me. I said, Mama, everybody. She said, boy. I said, hey, okay, man. I'm not going to be like the kids that played around the ark. I'm not going to do it. I was in high school at that point. So it wasn't like I was joking. But yeah, bro.
You talk about put the fear of God literally in someone.
Bruh.
Laugh at the Holy Spirit if you want to. Laugh at him if you want to.
He had a little smirk. So I'm like, okay, man. I'm like, God, you know what I was doing. But anyway, yeah, it was
Dude, that also sounds like he almost like got it sitting in his in the small of his back. Like, I move. I dare you.
I dare you to say something. Look sideways. Look sideways and see what happened. Yeah, man. It was crazy. So yeah, locking your knees. If it ain't gonna matter.
Right.
It ain't gonna matter.
Yeah, Brian Karn again is he's an interesting. He's a very, very interesting.
What just happened, Kev?
Kev is doing his best not to let the blood run down. He's doing his best, man, not to let.
Did you see the video from, I think, the pastor from Tempe, Arizona? Did y'all see that one? Where the dude was literally come up and asked the pastor if he could pray, and the pastor and literally the congregation kicked him out of the church, and he went on this tirade about he's the man of God, and if you don't like it, you can get up. Dude, I'll send you the video.
I know,
dude, he lost his mind.
It's a.
You're not talking about the prophet one where the dude starts cussing the pastor out.
No. It was the actual pastor. The dude just literally says, "Pastor, I need a prayer." And the pastor, he says, "You're not going to come up here and take over this church." I'm like, bro, he's asking. Now, again, I don't know the context.
I can tell you, I know. Yeah, it makes Southern Baptist look postmodern.
Oh, bro. He's not lying.
Oh,
bro, it's a rough watch. I'm not going to lie.
Yeah,
it's a rough watch.
Listen, I'd feel God at a Southern Baptist church a little quicker than it's just.
It wasn't even close.
It's one of those churches. There was another church in that same vein. I think it's like Independent Baptist, so they don't agree with anybody.
I never even heard of that. What is Independent Baptist?
Yeah,
Independent Baptist.
Yeah,
we're Baptist, but we don't answer to you.
Right.
That's exactly what it sounds.
We don't ascribe to what you. We don't ascribe to everything you ascribe to.
Right.
Wow.
There was another church kind of in that same vein that basically said that if you use the bathroom sitting down just to do number one, you're not a man, because the Bible says that men are the ones that urinate against the wall.
Against the wall.
Oh, it's the Bible says pisseth.
Yes,
Kev, you can say the word. It's in the scripture.
I just don't want Facebook or YouTube to be like, you said.
Yeah. Yep.
Pisseth.
Don't get the man. Listen.
Y'all can turn me off. I don't care. Don't turn him off. Turn me off.
It's that same type. It is that same mentality that soccer is a girl sport and football is a God-given sport.
American man sport.
No, you didn't say it right. American.
Yeah,
so
but
they seriously believe that if a dude sits down by peas,
he's not a man.
Yeah.
All right. Well.
Yeah.
Don't see that app, Tori.
I'm just saying. Hey, here's the thing.
3 o'clock in the morning.
When you get my age,
I tried.
You don't know
America.
So I sit down.
I tried
because sometimes, I got to do this too. So I'm already down here. So hey, I'm just saving some time, man. I'm just letting you know. You can say I'm not a man. I'm A-okay with that.
People of the world,
I can prove it right now.
I tried to keep us from TMI. I tried.
Kev, the one that brought it up. That ain't my fault. He's the host.
Nah, bro. I saw you shaking your head and I knew it was coming.
You did. You even said it before I even said anything. You knew it was coming.
I saw that head start shaking like, oh, here we go. No, stop.
It came.
That was the other thing. Things that we missed over this time.
Stop it.
Yes, you didn't.
That happened.
So there's another video that was coming that came out. While we were out.
Okay, Morris, you got to. We got to find that video. But
you'll find it.
That did not happen. No,
bro.
Yes.
Was he giving announcements? Was the pastor giving announcements or something like that?
It was something like that. He was giving announcements. All of a sudden, Marcus and Maurice, I forgot the boy's name, but came up and just went. And you see the guy get up, and they just start going at it.
On the front row. On the front row.
Come on, man.
Somebody said it was the definition of on site.
Literally on site. On site. He turned that corner.
What are we doing?
The story is, because I did watch I guess the pastor did a video interview or whatever. The young man has some mental issues that came up and hit the other person. He came up and hit like an associate pastor, but the associate pastor's like, I ain't no punk.
Right.
He got up and like, let's go
today. I'm not turning the other cheek on this one.
He sure did, so man.
There was some context behind it then.
The guy had some mental issues, and so therefore it was something along the lines of his mental issues that caused him to do that.
So there was a precedent. It didn't just happen out of the blue. I mean, there's a story behind it.
He got mental issues. That's the story. That's the story.
You know what I'm trying to say, bro?
I don't know if every first Sunday he comes up and swings on somebody. It just happens that this time it was caught on camera.
Every first Sunday, every communion Sunday.
Listen.
Oh, wait a minute. No, UCC is every fourth Sunday. My bad.
Bro, if you see the video though, it looks so much like a beef.
Yes.
Like dude was like, I'm looking for this dude right here. He turned the corner. He just turned the corner, stood right in front of him. Pop, pop. And then the pastor jumped up like, oh no.
Just grab it.
Just reach back, like, let's go. And you see them struggling out of the camera focus. The pastor's still talking. All right,
didn't skip a beat.
Now Marcus.
Yes.
Right now.
He just kept saying the boy name, trying to get him to stop. All right, now Marcus. It's like, dude. Oh, that was a mess.
Punch the kid in the chest?
Mess.
Did he punch the kid in the chest?
I don't know.
Let me see.
They look like the face, because one was sitting down, the other standing up.
Oh no! Wait a minute. Pastor punches a boy for not taking God seriously. What? Come on, bro. I'm not opening that up. Nope.
Oh, I know that one too. That's an old one.
That's 2005. I'm not opening that one up. Nope.
He doesn't see the two ladies that came from the back. Church was just ending, and this woman came with a fur coat on, marching through people to find this woman and snatched her by her hair.
She sleep with the woman's husband or something?
Who knows? All I know is they going at it. She snatched her by her head. Like, here we go.
I mean, first we got women coming down the aisle telling Carlton Pearson that she's his wife, and now we got folks punching people. I mean,
man,
and it's not new, just different year.
Yeah, yeah. TMZ has the fight that we talking about.
Yeah, I was trying to find it.
Yeah, and it shows the associate pastor throwing them bows. Oh my goodness, this is a hot mess. I mean, hot. And the pastor just looking like he gonna take it, control these guys from the pulpit, bruh. At this point, where are your ushers? Where are your porters? Where's your security?
I think I found it. And it just happened recently, right?
Yeah, like the last 2 weeks or so. Last week and a half.
I got it right here. Oh my God.
Christmas.
Yo! That's just a still shot.
Yeah.
Where's the video at? Oh, TMZ tripping right now.
I know, right?
They called it church combat. What in the world?
Because that's what.
Wait a minute. It was on Christmas Day?
No, Christmas is Saturday. Was it a Christmas Day?
Well, the report is on the 27th. It says Christmas is about peace on earth, but not necessarily peace in church. Because two dudes showed a pastor here we go.
Yes, sir. They went at it.
Yeah, it was to say the least, it was one of those moments that as a pastor you hope not for.
Marcus. Boy, he like bro, like, Mark, they still going.
Did you see how smooth he walked up on him? No,
dude, he just strolled up. He had
just
one
strolled
intent.
up.
He had one intent, bro.
Like, no one's gonna stop me from getting to this dude.
Yeah.
I'm not finna rush.
And here's the thing: he missed.
He did.
Yeah, because homeboy covered up and then he went around the block. I mean, so
now here's the other thing. I mean, if you really want to look at this, since we just breaking this all the way down, if you look at the pastor's shoulders as dude is walking up, dude is looking a different direction, and then he looks at him, and you see him start to pull back. The pastor's shoulders are still down. He has not gotten his guard up. By the time dude has his arm cocked, pastor like, look, I'm from the streets. I'm from as much the streets as you are,
bro.
Dude,
it's folks, crazy. We literally have to put on the whole armor of God in church.
Wait a minute, what did I just miss? What did I miss? No, literally.
Yeah,
And
you
I
can't take off the armor.
Good.
I guarantee you, neither one of them locked their knees either, though.
No, they didn't.
No, they didn't. Hey,
somebody would have been asleep.
Hey, they didn't lock them elbows either, bro.
No, somebody would have been asleep.
Oh man.
Oh, they wouldn't need Brian Karn for that one.
Good night, man. Good grief.
Wild, man. Wild.
Well, do you remember years ago when Billy Joe Doherty got hit?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I remember that.
My mother asked me about that a little while ago.
Yep,
And,
I remember that.
I was like, well, Billy got hit because the guy was in line for prayer. Like he knew exactly why he was up there.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'm just gonna wait patiently for you to get to me.
Yep. I remember that.
But what was crazy though, I don't know if you guys remember that video. Billy wasn't slow. He got grazed and then he ducked. And by the time dude got to his second swing, they were on him. Oh, but Billy got grazed and then he missed him completely. So I'm like,
he had some training somewhere, bro. Hey,
y'all think these passes is lightweight? Okay,
keep playing.
You gonna creep up on the wrong one that's packing in the pulpit.
Right. Good night.
Right.
They're gonna put you to sleep.
Because I know a couple
permanently.
I know a couple literally had it in the small of their back.
Oh yeah, roll up in the Passion Church if you want to.
I wish you would.
Roll up in the Passion Church if you want to.
I wish you would.
Because here's the thing, it ain't just him. And here's the thing, it ain't just the males either. Y'all roll up if y'all want to. I'm just letting you know right now. Hey, I may be holding the mic. Okay.
Kevin, I don't know if you remember the training we had, the little brief training we had at Greenwood during a leadership meeting when Scott
listen,
leave his name out.
I love Scott.
Scott. Try Jesus.
Scott, yeah. Try Jesus.
Don't try me.
Don't try me. Yes.
But
I got
Scott said if something ever happens,
bullets.
Just get out of my way.
Right.
Just get down.
All I know is tap, tap, move. Tap, tap, move. Tap, tap, move.
He's not wrong.
And he said, I'm not looking for who it is. If you are up when I say get down, tap, move. Like, dude.
He's not wrong.
Here was the crazy thing, though. People were like, had Bishop not had him say that and like go through the scenario, folks was like, because I'm ready to pull right now. And they were like, Saints, how many of y'all actually got your heat up in the building?
But the hand just went up, didn't it?
I'm like, hey, man, okay. Like, bro, don't play with us. This one woman said, and you wonder why my purse heavy.
Bro, this is Oklahoma, man.
Bro, dude, it's the Wild Wild West out here.
Listen,
it's the Wild Wild West out here.
Hey, one of the friends I used to work with, it was last year during the election. She said, she says, preacher man. She called me preacher man. She says, I need your hand on the Bible. And she said, I got my hand on the pistol. I said, no, I got my hand on one pistol and a hand on something else. She said, well, I need your hand on the Bible. I said, I got the Bible right here and here. I said, my hand's free. I said, nah, She said, preacher man, you got, I said, you don't want to know how many I got. I said, I got the word right here and here. My hands free. Hey, these hands are not idle.
He said that word hands in my heart.
Hey, come on now.
But I might handle business when necessary.
I'm not that dude. You can call me Peter if you want to.
Okay.
Just saying.
Was it Peter that wait, before that, wasn't it Peter that asked the question, how many swords should we bring?
I think so.
And Jesus was like, how many do you have? 2 right now. He said, oh, that's enough.
I can get more.
Right. We got 2 right now.
I got some dudes. Hey, let me make a call real quick.
I can get one to everybody. Yeah.
Yeah,
if I'm not mistaken.
Go give me that camel. I'll be back in a second.
Yeah. If I'm not mistaken, it was Peter. Peter was a rough boy.
Hey, Peter was from Compton, bro. Peter was from the streets.
Peter would have definitely been somebody's armor bearer in today's age.
Man.
And guess what? They would have never got through. Never.
Man, listen, when you got the Savior having to get you to stop, like, hey.
I'm telling you, hey, they'll be walking down the hall and the pastor here go, what was that? Don't worry about it.
Keep moving. Just keep moving. Just
so
keep walking.
there's a clip. The British Royal Guard. Peter was the original gangster disciple.
Yes, he
really?
Was.
Yes, he was.
Yes, he
Peter
was.
was. But there's a video floating around. You all know the Buckingham Palace guards.
Yes.
They have to keep their formation.
Yes.
Regardless of what's in their way.
Yes.
And there's a video of them walking, and this little kid is in their way. That little kid gets trampled, and they just keep going and do not look back.
Going.
That's how Peter would be doing, getting Jesus up to the pulpit.
Yes.
Doesn't matter who's in the way.
Doesn't matter who it is. No matter whose kid, it could be Sister Mary in the wheelchair. It don't matter.
And that's what's messed up. Jesus was like, wait. I was gonna pray.
I was gonna pray for her.
Wait, hold on. Keep it moving. We're on schedule. Keep it moving. The eagle has landed. The
dove has landed.
The dove is in flight.
All right, but we got to wrap it up for today. This is the first chop it up for the new year for 2022. Our prayer is that we have a great 2022.
Yes.
And hopefully all the prophets that are on point normally are right about this year because we need it. All right. That's it for this episode, this edition. We'll see you next time. Have a great one. Be blessed.